Welcome back to Patty Puckett Pouring Art. Today I'm getting back to basics with my fluid art. I'm going to be doing a pearl pour. I have been doing a lot of resin things, and I don't know, I just felt like getting back to one of my favorite techniques, the pearl pour. So let me go over the colors real quick and then I'll talk about my recipe. By the way, this is a 10 by 20 canvas. I got it taped on the back and raised up with the big push pins. So let's get going. Artist Loft Black Flow Acrylic. This is probably 2 years old, right before they stopped making the flow acrylic. That's what I got in the black color here. So I have 8 colors. The next one is Studio PBO Iridescent Blue Green, one of my favorite colors. I used Eye Candy Rainbow Blue, and Payne's Gray Amsterdam. Those three made this beautiful color. The gold chroma. If you want a metallic that pearls, I would suggest the molten metals. You get them in a set and they seem to pearl better than any other metallics I've used. This one's Dorado and this one is Aged Bronze, and I added some primary elements. What is this? Solar Gold. So these three are my gold colors right here. The next color is a beautiful orange. You know how I like my orange. Creative Inspirations Cadmium Orange, and a pigment Vivid Orange by Black Diamond. These two made that beautiful color. Okay, we're at this. A lot of colors here. I couldn't just use a color, I had to mix them. Some of these colors I've used before and I know they work with pearls, and the paints do matter what kind of pearls you're going to get, or if you're going to get any at all. So this one is Tri Art Cerulean Blue, and this is Creative Inspirations Phthalo Blue. And I did put some, what did I put? Oh, I think it's just these two. Yeah, these two together. I'm not sure that's going to pearl, but I guess we'll see. The other blue is Light Blue Permanent by Liquitex, and Sorrel Aero Blue by Eye Candy pigment. Now for my pigments, I did dissolve them in some Liquitex pouring medium before I added the paint and the Floetrol. The green is, for some reason this pearl's good, Art Minds Deco Citrus, and Phthalo Blue Golden. And then I added Color Art Bells of Ireland primary elements. Okay. I'll have colors, these colors at the end. I took pictures, so if you want to know the colors, just look at the end of the video and they'll be there. And the purple. Now I did a painting before with this, and so I have to be careful using it because it really took over. This is Basics Deep Violet, and I mixed that with primary elements, Snapdragon, and TLP Nightfall. So those three together made this beautiful purple color. And that's it. So let me get going. I'm going to go ahead and put a very thin coat of the soft body down, so we get the pearls sticking to the sides. Let me talk about my recipe before I do that. The colors are mixed with about 70% Floetrol, 15% Liquitex pouring medium, the gray black label, that's a gloss, and 15% GAC 800. So I mixed all that up, and it's, I mean, it barely leaves a trace. I mean, it sinks really quick. A little bit thicker than my white base, which sinks in almost immediately. So if you're not getting pearls If you think you got it thin enough, you probably don't. Thin it some more. This recipe is 4 parts Floetrol, 2 parts Artist Loft soft body, like this. 1 part Golden Gak 800, half a part Liquitex pouring medium, half a part 7300 Bear, which is a satin house paint. That is untinted. It's untinted house paint. Half a part Deco Art satin enamel. 1 part 7050, which is another house paint from Bear. Anyway, the 7050 does have white in it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the recipe right here because I just got distracted from a loud truck. So I'll put that recipe right here. I'll go ahead and write it out. I'll also put it down in the description. So check it out and I'll be right back. Ready to pour. Let me get my base down. All right, let's get to pouring. So I'm going to go ahead and I like to save some of the paint that I'm running off. So I have this pearl mix that has all kinds of different recipes in it. I just dump it in there, and once in a while I use it, and you know, who knows what the recipe is. But for today, we do know. So let's do it. You know what? It's not perfect. That's okay. It's just the base. You do what you can. You want to definitely get the bubbles out though. If you don't get the bubbles out, they come up and they don't look like pearls. They look like, I don't know, it's like they're not supposed to be there. So that's why we torch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a puddle for my colors to go on, and I'm going to start layering. Start with the gold. Not sure if there's going to be any negative space because I have so many colors. This I know really takes over. I'm going to be careful with this. The light blue. I'm going to do the orange. Like the orange with the light blue colors. Green. That little dot will turn into a big dot. I already put that blue. This is a pretty blue. I hope this blue works out. Haven't tried that combo. Got green. Bit of black, just sort of put it over to the side. Usually the black pearls really nice, very nicely. Trying to get this canvas even. Down just a little bit now. So if you look back at my pearl pour videos, you'll see I've done quite a few of them. All different recipes. Recipes change because products change, and there's new techniques. Hopefully you check out Grateful Creations with Michelle and Pieces of Terra. They're great with pearl pours. So if this is pearl pours aren't the easiest, I have to say. You have to have everything right, and we're constantly experimenting but it's fun. We like doing it. So let's get to tilting. When you get shadowing like that, that is a good sign. If you get shadowing on your base, that usually means it's going to pearl. However, when you stack them, when you stack the colors, and the reason why I stack them is because I don't want all those little white in between, if that makes sense. If you separate them, you're going to have cloudy looking white in between your colors. So if that's the look you're going for, then yeah, do it. But I think I prefer it not to have the cloudy look in between the colors, so that's why I stacked them. You can also do a flip cup, which does the same thing. Okay, now I do have, see if I can get some in here. I like to save my runoff also, and that's my goofy paint left over. So I'm hoping to do that. Okay. I'm going to have a hard time here getting it in here. I can scoop up some also. You really got to hang on. You do have to get a lot of paint off. I see it's starting to pearl right now. Same thing, just when you think you're getting enough off, you probably aren't. I'm going to go ahead and turn it around. This way. Bring it back. It's pearling really fast, so I could get some wonky cells. I'm trying to bring it back. I might have already got enough off. Okay, I'm just going to stop right there. Getting some wonkies. That's not good. I mean, I might get an idea of what colors pearl the best. I don't remember how I stacked the colors, so that's another thing that you, if you like I would have to watch this again, and if I like the way it turns out with the different colors on and how I put them down on top of each other. See up here you have a bunch of pearls going on. Those look really pretty cool. These are wonky. I can scrape that off too, so I might do that. Wash my hands. Okay, I'm liking these pearls, like I said. I'm going to get this part off. Don't know how that's going to look. Not liking that. Okay, I'm going to take some, I don't like this area right here. I'm going to show you, see if this works. If I were to take this orange that I put in here, I shouldn't be going over my painting because you'll drop something on it. But if I try to put the orange, like I'm going to show you here, if I try to put more of that, it'll probably go ahead and get buried. It won't stay. Let's wait and see. If it does, that'll be awesome, but usually it won't stay, it'll just sink. And see, that's what's happening right now. But if you have leftover colors from the Shelley technique, your bloom technique, you can use those, and those won't sink. So I'm waiting to see what the orange does here. And I have some blue. Sorry, we have noisy cars on a Sunday. I'm going to see what the orange does, and then I have some blue, the blue-green Pebeo that I used on the bloom technique. I have that ready to go if this just disappears. I don't expect to get pearls because the paint's a little thick there. All the colors pearled good. The purple has almost disappeared, but you can see the colors through the pearls, and the pearls right here are, I mean, if this is the kind of pearls you want, which I like these kind. We'll see how it dries, but gotta mess with it because that's what I do. Any area that you don't like or you feel like needs to be enhanced, the black is almost completely gone. I do like the black in paint. Okay, I think it's done doing pearls. I might have a few more coming up over here. But all in all, I like it. I especially like it here. So if I would have gotten more off in this area, it would have done that. However, I also wouldn't have had a lot of color showing through. So with my recipe, I would try not putting the Deco Art satin in there, and maybe it won't pearl as strong, if that makes sense. But it seems like all these colors pearled really nice. The gold's taken a little longer, and I don't know if that's because I put the primary elements in it, or I used this aged bronze, which I really haven't mixed with the Dorado before. So next time I would just do the Dorado gold. But when it dries, it should be shimmery. There's a lot of pigments in here. I expect when it dries that I'm going to have some shimmer going on. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my Amazon shop. You could shop there for whatever you want, and it doesn't cost you any extra. So most of the supplies I have are in my shop. Check out my Instagram, my TikTok. It's all down below in the description, including the recipe. And I will have pictures of the colors in the back of this video. Please check out my other pearl pours, and I have a pearl pour playlist. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you. Later. Aloha.